There are a lot of ways that we can invite ourselves to touch beginner's mind. But one of my favorites is teaching from our teacher, the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. It's just 3 words. Are you sure? Are you sure? For years and years and years, I had a calligraphy that I made in my own hand. It was 12 by 12. And I had it on the wall right in front of me at the desk I sat. And it just said, are you sure? And the way Thai talks about it, the complete teaching, is that we ask ourselves this question and then we immediately answer no. Because we are never sure. It's impossible to be sure about anything because everything is changing. Everything's like a wave, right? It's in flux. Nothing is fixed. Modern physics and quantum mechanics proves this out to the extent that we're capable of dissecting reality in that way. Right? Everything is moving, is one way to say it. Everything is in motion. Everything has the qualities of a particle, but also the qualities of a wave. And on top of that, right, so everything's in motion, so it's very difficult to pin down with my understanding. And then on top of that, I'm looking at it all through a cocktail straw. Right? I have this very narrow perspective. I'm only seeing this tiny little slice of what's happening right now. I can't see the Wi-Fi waves. I can't see the barometric pressure. I can't see the ultraviolet light. I can't, on and on and on. Right? There's so much that I know is here that I know I cannot perceive. And then, as we've been talking about, even what I can perceive, right, even what my senses can register, is being converted into a story by my mind before I actually experience it. So it's like there's somebody in my head reading me a fairy tale. And now you're talking to the Sangha and they're listening. It's a tale. So you put all those together, right? The answer to the question, are you sure, is always no. Is always no. Right? And this can feel frightening and disempowering. But I invite you, if you take up the practice, right? We're shifting now from all of these words that I've been using to something you can feel. Right? Try it for one day. Try it for one day. Write it on your hand in a Sharpie. Are you sure? And just spend an entire day every time you catch yourself having a strong view. Every time you catch yourself feeling sure, look at your hands. Are you sure? And on the other hand, right? No. Right? And just keep reminding yourself of that. Are you sure? No. Are you sure? No. Right? All day long. And I tell you, at the end of that day, I promise you, you will touch some fresh insight. You will touch some fresh insight. It may not be some life-changing new conclusion. Right? You may not be like, oh my God, I can't believe I thought this was made out of wood. It's made out of plastic, right? It may not be radical like that. But at the very least, the fresh insight will show you like, oh, I don't really know. You may go from a place in some aspect of your life, maybe with another person, where you're like, oh, I have the tendency to think that this other person that I interact with every day is this way. But I'm just really not sure. That story has a lot more to do with me than it does with them. And that is a very powerful insight. Right? that takes down one of the bars of the thought prison. That is one of the ways out of this cage.